The Gilroy Garlic Festival, a celebration of all things garlic. Known around the world, the festival is one of the most highly regarded anywhere and a tribute to a community of dedicated volunteers and workers, all taking pride in their most famous export, garlic. The scent of the stinking rose says home to Gilroy, but it used to be an embarrassment to many. One man, Dr. Rudy Melone, a Rotarian relatively new to Gilroy, didn't understand it. Then he heard about a place in Europe called Arleux.
A little town in France maintained that they were the garlic capital of the world. With a population of about 3,000 people, which put on a garlic festival, which really predominantly only had garlic soup. But somehow or another they attracted 70,000 people to this festival in a little town in Arleux. And they claimed that they were the garlic festival, the garlic capital of the world.
Gilroy made far more garlic than France, and he figured back in 1979 we could do better than soup.
And they put on a garlic festival that was huge, and they were just a little town. And he said, Gilroy can do better. And that's where it all started. He got hold of me and Val Filice, and we helped get it started, and we met, and boom.
And the trio pulled it off. The first festival was thrown together in months at a local ranch. Rudy, the idea man, Don Christopher on money, and Val Filice on food, along with just 22 volunteers. Much of the event was far different than the Garlic Festival of today, but there has been one constant: food.
We then put together Gourmet Alley, and thanks to Val Filice and to the many Italian farmer cooks in the community, we put on a whale of an event. And I think you all know about the wonderful flaming calamari and all of those good things. Well, the first year we almost singed the daylights out of one of our supervisors. She almost got her hair turned off because they let her cook the first one of the batches of calamari. She wasn't quite prepared when that flame came up. She had her head right over it. But thank God she pulled back in time. All she did was lose a few eyelashes and an eyebrow, I think it was. But she didn't mind because she loved the calamari anyhow. And it was really a very spectacular kind of thing.
Because it was automatic when you got the oil so hot that when you hit it with the cold calamari, boom, it flames. And that's what's so important.
And the flame up has become the signature shot of the Garlic Festival, seen on televisions and newspapers and magazines globally. The spot in the center of the action at Christmas Hill Park is famous. The festival moved here in 1980. But Gourmet Alley is a lot more than just flame-ups. The prep work is daunting, and the volume of food and the need for volunteers has grown.
It goes with everything else. You got more people. You got 4,000 volunteers compared to just a few. It grows with everything. But so far it's been successful, and it always will be.
Thanks to those volunteers. Without them, there would be no festival, and they mount a Herculean effort each year. An army of more than 4,000. And it's no mistake, Rudy Melone envisioned volunteerism and philanthropy as core to the festival from the very beginning.
That this would be a way to bring the people of Gilroy together around an event that would also help to support its many charitable purposes, because Gilroy is a very giving kind of community.
And volunteers do it all, from parking to tickets, electrical, sanitation, entertainment, the cook-off stage, and more. Today, the Garlic Festival is highly organized to manage the volunteers and the 100,000 or so guests on roughly 17 acres of Christmas Hill Park. It's Gourmet Alley at the center.
It just happened. We made Gourmet Alley small to start with, but we put it right on the road so that it was right in the right spot, and it just kept on going. Look at it now. It's a great big round circle selling from all ends.
Today there are other mainstays of the festival. Food booths serving up everything from garlic kettle corn to garlic ice cream or wine. The festival also features one of the most impressive collections of arts and crafts vendors around. Non-stop music and entertainment on multiple stages. Commercial vendors fill Garlic Avenue near the Ranch Gate entrance. There are collectibles at Garlic Mercantile tents and the award-winning children's area for kids and their families. And even more food on display with the Pyro Chef demonstrations and non-stop events at the Cook-Off stage, home of the legendary Garlic Cook-Off and Garlic Showdown. A far cry from 1979, but still true to the vision of Dr. Rudy Melone, and thanks to the volunteers.
But as I said, we had 22 volunteers at that time. You people, you the chairs, and all of the volunteers that you bring together really make this event happen.
And its success is due in large part to new people and new ideas. Each festival is unique, with a new leader. It's a core management philosophy, instrumental in the festival's success.
When we started this festival, we had a Bonanza Days, and they had taken care of the rodeo years ago, and the same people ran Bonanza Days every year, and we saw how eventually it goes downhill because you need new ideas. So we decided we'd have it so that no one person could be president for more than 1 year at a time. Rudy was the only person who was president 2 years, and that's because I told him he enjoyed being president so much that when it was my turn the next year, I said, Rudy, you take it for 2 years, I'll be vice president for 2 years. And that's how that happened. But we have a change, and in order to come up, you have to be a chairperson. You have to be in a committee, then you have to be an assistant chair, then you're a chair, and then you can be in the board, and then you can be a president.
That annual influx of new talent and ideas helps bring more than 100,000 people to the Gilroy Garlic Festival each year, and why no one is standing in line for tickets to Bonanza Days. Today, they get their Bonanza here. Thanks to a remarkable organization with a defined structure, each area managed by committee chairs, assistant chairs, and their team. The chairs are overseen by the president, and the board oversees the festival as a whole. And it's an event that sustains itself, vital to the community, but it stands alone by design from the beginning.
And the city council, in that process, that I vowed that never again would I go beg for money to the chamber, that somehow or another this city deserved a chamber that was able to support itself and do a worthwhile project for this community.
And it has been worthwhile. The Garlic Festival has given back more than $9 million to local nonprofits over the years. At an event that's as special for those who make it happen as it is for those who attend.
We want them to look at the same thing that we did. We want the real good food, good camaraderie. We want to be a good function. We want the people to like us. We really do. That's what it's all about.
And I love it all. I love it all. I could spend day and night in Gourmet Alley, just watching them cook, watching them serve the people, watching the people smile, laugh. That's what it's all about.
And it's been that way since 1979, and with your help, for decades to come.